Welcome back to Jimkook News, where we don't chase rumors, we observe patterns. Today, we are not only talking about music, we are talking about choice. Choice is never random when it repeats itself with meaning. When similar emotions appear again and again, carried through different songs, different moments, and different timelines, coincidence begins to feel insufficient. From Love Is Not Over, the very first song self-produced by Jungkook, to Still With You, a track soaked in quiet longing and emotional restraint, one question naturally arises. Is this simply musical preference? Or is it a silent language shared with the world? Music has always been more than sound. It is memory. It is confession without direct words. It is a space where emotions can exist safely, without explanation. When artists curate playlists, they are not just arranging songs, they are arranging feelings. And when those feelings echo across time, across platforms, and across personal expressions, they begin to form patterns worth noticing. This is not speculation. This is observation. Both Jimin and Jungkook have consistently gravitated toward love songs that are soft, emotional, romantic, and deeply introspective. Not loud declarations, not dramatic confessions, but something far more intimate, emotions that breathe quietly. Jungkook's musical taste often feels like devotion, a calm, restrained offering, like a confession whispered at midnight, not meant to be heard by everyone, yet somehow reaching those who listen closely. Love that does not need to be announced to be real. Jimin's choices, on the other hand, feel like warmth, like someone who believes in permanence, like someone unafraid to hold emotion openly, gently, sincerely. If Jungkook represents quiet yearning, Jimin feels like gentle certainty. And the moment that truly made hearts pause was when Jimin included Love Is Not Over, Jungkook's first self-produced song, in his love song playlist. This was not just another BTS track. This was the beginning of Jungkook, a song about fragile love, about emotions that waver, but never fully disappear, about feelings that tremble yet refuse to let go. By choosing that song, Jimin seemed to choose more than melody. He chose history. He chose origin. All members shared their Spotify playlists, many filled with longing and emotional depth. Yet one choice stood out quietly. Jungkook included Still With You, a song synonymous with quiet devotion, with longing that never fades, with promises that do not need repetition because they are already rooted in the heart. Then another memory resurfaced. After completing mandatory military service, Jimin shared a photo of himself with Jungkook on Instagram story, with Still With You as the background song. Coincidence? Or a pattern that has grown too consistent to ignore? Almost every time Jimin shares moments with Jungkook, the accompanying music carries romantic undertones. And now, Jungkook mirrors that same emotional texture. It begins to feel like a silent language between them, unspoken yet readable through detail. The reunion photos themselves were simple. No elaborate concept, no dramatic filters, no staged atmosphere, and yet that simplicity became their strength. Jimin with blonde hair, bright, almost luminous. Jungkook with dark hair, calm, grounded, intense. The contrast felt symbolic. Two different energies perfectly balanced. Too harmonious to feel accidental. Their chemistry has never felt forced. The way they stand, the unconscious narrowing of distance, the natural body language, small details that may go unnoticed by many, yet unmistakable to those who truly observe. Because it feels natural, it becomes powerful. And because it is powerful, it becomes dangerous. Too real to dismiss, too consistent to label as mere fan service. Of course, moments like these rarely escape criticism. Some claimed the photos were not real. Some insisted they were AI-generated. Others argued that a reunion was impossible. But logically, why would AI be necessary? Anything they post becomes global conversation instantly. Togetherness is part of their profession. Rehearsals, meetings, preparation. If they appear together, it is not conspiracy. It is routine. Minor visual differences, likely simple editing, brightness, skin tone correction, softened color. Official content is polished. Personal uploads are more natural. That is aesthetic, not manipulation. Another narrative emerged. Jungkook should have stood next to V, not Jimin. Since when must someone stand beside the same person in every photo? Looking at group history, Jimin and Jungkook have stood side by side countless times. This is not new. It is a long-established pattern. And after military service, their closeness feels even more relaxed, as if time apart only deepened appreciation for shared space. The small things, searching for each other with their eyes, standing without awkward distance, cannot be choreographed endlessly. Those are reflexes built through years of shared experience. Perhaps the most important message of those photos is simple: togetherness. They are okay. They are reunited. As if to underline that this moment is not ordinary, more news followed. Reports from Yonhap News Agency detailed large-scale preparations for a BTS performance at Gwangwamun Plaza. This is not just a concert. It is a city-moving event. The mayor of Seoul, Oh Se-hoon, personally discussed readiness. Cross-department meetings, security, transportation, tourism are being held regularly. That signals one thing: priority. Because when we talk about BTS, we talk about a global phenomenon. Fans from all over the world are expected to arrive. Hotels will fill. Airports will surge. Streets will echo with languages from every continent. The impact is not only cultural, it is economic. Even the season is considered. If the concert takes place when trees are green and the city is at its most beautiful, Seoul's image will shine brighter on the global stage. This is not just about a stage. It is about a complete experience. All of this makes one thing clear: we are not just waiting for a concert. We are waiting for a historical moment. A moment where love song playlists, reunion photos, and monumental stages align on the same timeline. Where small details, a song choice, a glance, a narrowing distance, become part of something larger. And perhaps, amid bright lights and thousands of voices, we will realize that what makes it meaningful is not only the scale of the event, but the feeling that always returns, the togetherness that feels real, the energy that cannot be faked. In the end, what makes this meaningful may not be the grand stage, or even the love songs themselves. It may be the unconscious glances that search for each other, the connection that remains, regardless of what others say. If you feel it too, if the playlists feel like hidden messages, if the simple photos feel like more than just togetherness, share your thoughts in the comments. Because this is Jimkook News. We don't chase rumors. We read the patterns, and we let the moments speak for themselves.